This important information is provided by Safe Sports Network, a nonprofit dedicated to youth sports safety.
According to the World Health Organization, depression is one of the leading causes of illness and disability among adolescents. The CDC also reports that depression and anxiety have increased over the last 15 to 20 years for the use of 16 to 17 years old. And according to the World Health Organization, most cases of mental health conditions go undetected and untreated. What people might not realize are the consequences of not addressing these adolescent mental health conditions. Left undetected and untreated, these conditions may follow the individual into adulthood, resulting in impairments of physical and mental health.
My name is Lisa Witham. I've been an athletic trainer for over 30 years, and I now practice as a mental health counselor licensed in the state of New Hampshire. I've been asked to talk about how athletic trainers or people related to the sports world might work with someone who is feeling overwhelmed or is perhaps experiencing a mental health condition. In terms of symptoms or things to look for, a lot of the times we observe and see that our athletes are perhaps acting differently, they're eating differently, sleeping differently, perhaps they're socializing differently. These are all things we can observe, but we need to remember that changes in behavior don't necessarily mean something crucial or a mental illness, but it does mean the person might need you to check in. So again, observe behavior, see if you're just getting that internal vibe that something might be going on, and out of your care and concern for that individual, you're just going to check in with them. And if you make this a regular part of your interaction, it doesn't become awkward or uncomfortable. It's just a natural way of caring beyond just checking on the physical. Again, these areas of behavior and feeling can be really intense, so it's important that we just welcome them into our presence as athletic trainers or coaches or teachers or parents in a way that says, I'm going to journey with you. Let's figure this out together. So for the adolescent to know they have a place to go, a trusted resource, whether that's the training room, the guidance counselor, family or friends of family, know that they're a link in your chain of help. They're not to be your solution. They can certainly be supportive, but let's have them offer support without feeling the pressure of being a solution to what's going on. And the more support you have, the more success you'll find in seeking answers. Okay, so for adolescents that are wondering, there are resources out there that you can get a hold of. The NAMI phone number is 800-242-6264. There's also a suicide prevention hotline, which is 800-273-8255. And you can also text 741-741 to talk to a trained crisis counselor. If a student athlete were to come and share that they are struggling with a mental health condition, whether it's a crisis moment or just something more chronic that they're aware of, my advice is this, that you would, one, welcome and create an environment that's safe for that person because they're being very vulnerable to share that with you. In that time of making sure it's a confidential time of talking with them, that they are safe and that they're safe with you for a short duration because again, most likely you might be doing 2 or 3 things at once. So important that they know that for now they're safe, but there's going to be a next step, and that next step is going to be to maintain their safety. So try to just normalize that what's happening is manageable, that you are able to walk alongside this individual, and that you will help them get to a next level of care or resource. Again, inside of you, you might recognize that your anxiety goes up, whether it's just feeling their nervousness or concern, or you're recognizing that you don't feel as prepared as you'd like to feel for the experience. But know that at this moment, you're exactly where you need to be and who they need to be talking to, because you're just going to be present, you're going to be calming, and then you're going to take your next step if you've got a protocol to follow, Or your next step of finding a partner in care. Is that the school nurse? Is that someone else in the athletic department who's a trusted confidential resource? Is that reaching out by phone to someone? Is that maybe staying with the individual till they can get to a next place of care? And do you have an assistant athletic trainer or someone who can take over your responsibilities that are going on right then? Again, do a little thinking ahead and planning, not to make it into a crisis, but just to be prepared. Know that you are capable of handling well this situation, but some thought ahead of time, maybe even talking to a resource such as myself, would help you to feel more comfortable. Again, it's been a pleasure answering these questions, and I look forward to being helpful in the future. Stay safe and know that you are valuable. Thank you.
Safe Sports Network is your source for youth sports safety information. We're supported by the community. If you would like to donate, visit our website to learn more.